Hello everybody! Welcome back again to more art streams. I'm excited to do some art today. I haven't done art in a minute. And by a minute I mean, last time I streamed. Well actually no, that's not true. I did some sketching over the weekend, I think. So, but I haven't done digital art maybe. That's what we'll say. Well, I haven't done digital art. She's returned to it. She's late to stream. Yeah. I'm late. I'm sorry. Well, I'm late because I went to the store and it took longer than expected because, they had, by some miracle, they had Phantasmal Flames in stock when I was at the store. So I waited in line to get some and I got myself some sleeved packs, I got a UPC, and an ETB, so we actually have Phantasmal Flames to open for this week's stream, which I'm very, very excited for, because last week all I had were some hanger packs, but now I have an actual ETB to rep this week. I'm very, very excited. But yeah, it was a very busy weekend for me. I played Pokemon Go all weekend with the Go Wild event, and then I had my markets this weekend, and there was a lot going on. So I'm happy to be here to do some art streams, just chill, draw a little bit, and get some stuff done, really. Today I'm going to be working on practicing some compositions. So I have to make 3 different drawings with 3 different compositions following, different types of rules for composition. You gotta do contrast, you gotta do, simple or complex shapes, the rule of thirds, directional lines, all that good jazz. And as per usual, I have not thought about what I actually want to draw today besides just the concept of I need to practice composition, so we're just gonna wing it and see what we can do. Just got home 1 minute after you turned on the stream. Well, see, it was good timing. It was good timing that I started my stream a little bit late. It all worked out. Make some good monies over the weekend. I did. This event actually that I did yesterday was very good for me. It was like not just an event where I sold my art, but I also brought some of my extra Pokemon slabs and stuff that I didn't want. But I did a pretty good job. But yeah, sold some slabs, traded for some cards. I'll probably show the cards I traded for on stream. But it was very good. It was very good, and I look forward to the next event that I have at that same place because it was a very good turnout. Honestly, it was very good. But I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of draw out the general layout here for the rule of thirds, and we're gonna think of something to draw, chat. So as per usual with these assignments that I'm doing, I am going to be using my donkey character, so we have to keep that in mind when we are trying to think of a composition to do here. I had an idea for maybe a subway scene where you would have the platform here, Max would be sitting here, and then the subway train would be whooshing by, all the motion blur. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go with that. And I would probably have it, I'd have Max like over here. So that he's on the rule of thirds line, actually. I would need to look up like a reference for a subway though, because hey, guess what? I don't live in a place with public transportation. I've never been on a subway before, or a train of any sort. Actually, you know, I think I was on a train once when I was really little. I think I went on like some kind of field trip, but it was a long time ago. I'm not familiar with trains. So we'll just leave it at that. I need some reference. But you know, reference is good. Everyone who's an artist should use reference. It's just how it should be. Because, you know, unless you have a photographic memory, which most people don't, you're gonna need to look up reference. Draw Max as an inscription card. Well, that's not gonna fit like as a like composition, you know? Cause like, yeah, I could just like draw like a card. It's like, you know, has like the descriptions and whatever, and then like the photo of him in here. But like, that's just like a still image. It doesn't have, you know, background and foreground and like stuff going on. It's not a scene. Which is why I think the subway thing is kind of cute. I do think like I would need to add something else. I don't know, it's like it's too plain right now, right? It's like there has to be something going on. But I don't know what else to add. I get it, you hate my idea. No, it's just it doesn't fit for what I'm doing right now, Gar. It doesn't fit for this specific thing, that's all, that's all. Like, how can I add storytelling elements to this? I could probably have like the doors of the subway open. Kind of letting the light in around the scene. You have like your subway bench on the inside. Then I could have like him having like a bag next to him. Like there's a little bit of hesitation for him like getting on the train. Like he's trying, like he's making some like big decision or something. So that's an idea. What other ideas can we think up with chat? What else can we do? Burger and fries? I mean, we could have him munchin'. We could have a munchin' scene. I don't know how I would have him, like, eating. He doesn't have hands, you know? But you could have, like, a scene. Okay, so I also have to think about, like, the requirements for the assignment, right? So it's like horizontal direction lines, vertical direction lines. You put the table line just a little bit under the rule of thirds space. And then like have the tray. Cup, little straw. You'll put the logo a little off to the side on the cup. Give him some chubby little cheeks. I hate drawing Max's hair from the front. I don't know what it is, but I absolutely hate doing it. Ever on the side of the train for burger and fries? Oh. Well. Too late now. I'm drawing an actual burgers and fries scene. Besides, I need to do 3 of these. I need to do 3 different compositions, so I'm just gonna sketch out like a bunch of different ideas until I get like something that I really like. Put some like crumbs on his face. I feel like the fries baskets always have like a plaid texture to them. Not feeling this one, not feeling this one. Yeah, sometimes I will apologize sometimes. I get like into thinking about what I'm gonna draw and I don't read chat. That is a problem I have, so I do apologize. It's like trying to think of ideas, which is hard to like think of ideas and read chat and draw and conversate at the same time. But I try my best. Let's see, what else can we do with Max? This could be an interesting thing. This could be interesting. What if we did a scene? What if we did a scene? I feel like I want a different perspective though. Let me find a different reference image. I'm like digging through reference images that you guys cannot see right now, and I apologize. Do you think you could change Silksong for Inscription? I don't want the game falling to the wayside. Well, this Inscription stream was really meant to be a one-off in the first place. It really wasn't meant to be a long-standing series because I just have way too much stuff going on right now. Like, we already let Oblivion kind of go to the wayside, which I kind of hated to do, but it was just what I needed to do. But it's like, I would rather finish the projects we have right now. I want to finish ZA, I want to finish Silksong, and you know, who knows how long the Quad Soul Link will go on, so that one we can't really, think about too much, but hopefully, you know, we can do some good stuff with the Quad Soul Link, you know, finish it up eventually. I do have to have a few choice words with Aaron though. If you guys don't know, we did a like Aaron and Saren and everyone, they did a stream on Saturday, I think it was. I think it was Saturday. They did a stream where they were doing like, you know, like they were playing golf with friends with viewers and stuff, so I popped into their stream and I was playing golf with friends with all of them. And Aaron kept screwing me up because collision was on for the freaking golf balls, and every time I would line up my shot, he would just whack my golf ball out of the way, like 1,000 feet away. So now I have to have some choice words with Aaron on the next Quad Soul Link stream, which is gonna be tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Ruining my golf shots. But yeah, that was a very fun stream. If you guys want to check out the VOD, it's on Saren and Aaron's channels, but it was a very fun little time. What the hell happened to my keyboard here? Excuse me? I think, oh, instead of hitting the A key, I hit the caps locks on accident. That's what happened. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. See, I have an idea to do like a superhero drawing of Max, but I don't know what I want to base it off of. Like, do I do more Batman? Do I do more Spider-Man? Like, because I had the idea of like having like the skyscrapers like kind of all pitching towards. You know, the perspective's horrible on this, but you know, work with me here, guys. This is the sketch. The sketch is gonna be ugly. That's how it always is. It wouldn't be a shot like that. It would be like an underneath shot if I did this kind of perspective, which God knows I don't know how to draw this kind of perspective, but you know what? We can throw something out. You know, this is kind of cute though. It's kind of cute. It's kind of adorable. Oh, I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea. It is adorable of an idea. I would have to really workshop the perspective of this. But this is adorable. This is an adorable idea. We workshop that one. We workshop that one. Like the Freerun image has become popular. What Freerun? Oh, you mean the one with the wonky ass perspective? Yeah, I think, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's like where, like, it looks like her head is, like, a normal shape with, like, her normal, like, you know, her normal hair and, like, her, like, pigtails and stuff, right? But then for whatever reason, it's just like her tiny little face is like super tiny. It's like, why'd they make it look like this? Why'd they make it look like this? There was no need to make it look like this. Yeah, I saw this earlier today. It makes no sense. Well, I don't know what the origin of this is. Is like, I don't know. I just saw the image. Like, is it like an actual still that's in the show? Like, I don't know. It's freaking funny as hell, though. It's super, super funny. The chin is up looking at the sky. Yeah, but that's not how you would draw that. That's not how you would draw that. And listen, I am horrible at drawing human characters, but yeah, no, if you were drawing something like that, you would, you know, you would have like your center line, you'd have like the chin, it'd be something like this. Ear would be like down here. I don't know how to draw elf ears. They're pointy, that's all that matters. And like you would have the lines looking up with like her bangs. And then like her pigtails. Like strands of hair, and like you would have like the eyes sitting here with the nose. Not like an anime nose, it's all pointy. But you'd have like this line here, and then like her mouth. Like, you know, something like that. It's just like it's the fact that they like made her face so tiny. It's like if it wasn't so tiny, it would look like not as terrible. Yeah, that's the one. That's the meme. That's the meme. Yeah, that is something. That is something. But yeah, I don't I don't know, man. I don't know the origin of it. It's just really funny. It's just really funny. You know what I could probably do for this drawing? I just thought about it. Because, like, the perspective of the buildings, I could probably find, like, a picture somewhere to get, like, a really good perspective. But for Max himself, like, this underneath, like, image of him, I could look up pictures of Superdog. Like, Crypto? I could look up pictures of Crypto to kind of get like a sense of like what he would actually look like, you know? Cause I don't know how the legs and everything would really look from this perspective. I've never drawn Max from this angle before, so yeah, I'd have to do some looking up for sure. Frieren does have a pointy chin. I can see why they would draw the underside of the chin like that. But it's not about the chin. It's about how absolutely tiny the face is. That's what makes it funny. But yes, I do agree that it is better than like AI. I mean, 100% better than anything AI could do. You could draw like a stupid like squiggly like smiley face and I'd be like, that's art. That's better than AI right there. Like you give her the Frieren pigtails like and the little bangs, like, yep. That's Frieren. There you go. Frieren right there. So I guess it was like a new artist then, cuz again, I don't know the origin of like the meme or like the art or anything. Like I just saw it online. I have no idea. If it's like a newbie artist, then it's like it's totally understandable that they're not going to understand the perspective of something like that, because most of the time when you look at a face, you know, it's, you know, front on kind of face where you can use like very specific rules to kind of map out what the face is going to look like. But when you get to those really weird angles, it can be really hard to like understand the 3D-cality of it. And again, I even struggle with that. So it's totally valid that they wouldn't know how to draw something like that. So if it is a newbie artist and that's where that frame did come from, that drawing, like, I hope people are being nice and not completely just bashing on that person. Because that would be sad. How would you draw so? I just drew that, Gar. I literally, hold. Can I undo enough to? I literally just drew it. Yeah, I literally just drew it. Like, obviously this is very sketchy and very bad, but yeah, it's like you just have like the angle of the jaw here, and then the chin, and like yeah. I literally just drew it. I drew it 5 minutes ago. People have been bashing them for not using AI. Oh, what? That makes me very sad and very angry. That, I hate that. See, the thing is, for me, it's like, it's not even a problem with the new generation of like, oh, just use AI, you know? It's like, there has always been, like, pushback from people learning to do art, like, because most people don't understand art, so most people are very, like, even if they're not trying to be rude about it, they're very rude about it. Like, you could just be, like, drawing in class, and you're, like, drawing, like, a figure, and you're, you know, trying to plan out, like, the pose, whatever you want the pose to be, and then, like, you know, you're just doing, like, the baseline anatomy sketch, and then people will be like, oh, are you drawing nude? And it's like, no, I just haven't added the clothes yet. Like, I gotta get the anatomy before I draw the clothes. And people will, like, you'll be drawing a face, and you're drawing the face, and then you have, like, all your guidelines put out for, like, where you want, like, all the facial features to go, and you're, like, currently drawing, like, one of the eyes, and then, like, someone will be like, wait, where's the other eye, though? It's like, I haven't drawn it yet! It's just, like, I don't know, and, like, especially with all the, like, narrative of people that are like, oh, starving artists, don't be an artist, you'll never make money doing that, it's not a good career, and it's like, there's so many different careers based on art. I mean, you could do graphic design, you can go into the video game industry, the film industry, the advertisement industry, like, you could do commissions like I do, or do a freelance kind of thing. Like, there's so many industries you could go into with art that it's like, why are we bashing people and continuing this, like, starving artist thing? And, like, I don't know, this just, from the beginning of time, even before AI has, like, tried to quote-unquote take our jobs, people just don't know what they're talking about when it comes to art, so yeah. Hey Daff, welcome in. Sorry, I'm ranting. I'm doing some sketching of different, like, compositions and ideas, if you want to, you know, take a look at some of the stuff. I like this one so far a lot. I like this one of Super Donkey. This one makes me very happy. But I need to draw other things too. I'm trying to think of other ideas. We just got sidetracked talking about other things. Why is it, I feel like every time I do, like, one of these art streams, Gar, you bring up a topic that I just, like, have to rant about. It's very funny. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you just know exactly the conversations to bring up that I'm like, oh, I'm very passionate about this topic. It's so funny. It's so funny. Do you need any insights on Blender? Honestly, I haven't even started that project yet. Because, you know, for those watching and don't know, I've been doing a lot of animation practice where I did, like, you know, you gotta draw the bouncy ball and it goes wee, and you draw it, and, you know, frame. I've done a lot of different ones. I did frame by frame, I did stop motion, I did tweening, and now I have to try to do it in 3D with Blender. But I was so busy this weekend that I didn't have time to start that assignment yet, so I have to start it because it's due tomorrow. But I do have to start that, and I've never touched Blender before, so it'll be interesting to say the least. But the teacher did give us tutorials, which is nice because Blender is very complicated. But as long as I follow the tutorial, it's kind of just like push and click kind of deal, you know? So it shouldn't be that much of a problem. And I already have a lot of knowledge of, like, general animation from this class about, like, the timing and, like, you know, the squish and squash of, like, what everything would look like. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to to try Blender for the first time. Blender do be fun. I would love to really learn Blender so that I can like make 3D models of my characters. Because if I could like have 3D models of my characters, not only would it be like a really good reference for like artwork, right? I could just have like a little model of my boy Max, and that'd be like super cute. But also, I could print him on a 3D printer, and then I could have a little Max to sit on my desk, and that'd be so cute. I could just like, he would just be like a little guy. I could have him like, I don't know, like laying down, right? And like, he could just be like, he could just fit in the palm of my hand. Like, I could just have a little Max. I could just have him. And that'd be amazing. I also think that it would be super cool to like model, because I've seen programs for this. You can like take a 3D model of like, I don't know, anything you want. It's like, say like a bear, right? Like you get a little cartoon bear, and you can do something in Blender where you can like wrap the 3D model, and then you can make like patterns for like making plushies and stuff. And I've always wanted to try to get into making plushies. I need an embroidery machine if I really want to get into it, but like I've always wanted to make my own plush. So that would also be something that would be cool to learn Blender for like patterning reasons. But yeah. Learning the tools is the toughest part when you start, especially if you never used similar software before. Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Which is why this, like, bouncy ball assignment is just gonna be, like, a very, like, dipping my pinky toe in. Like, not even a full dip into Blender. It's, like, just a little dip, little tap on the surface of the water of what Blender really does. But there's so much things that I've always wanted to do. Like, I always wanted to make my own video game. That'll probably never happen, but I have so many ideas of things I want to do. Like, I always wanted to make my own webcomic too. That never happened. I have ideas for it, drew some concepts for it, never got around to actually illustrating it though. I just like all art mediums, so, you know, I do a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I should get back to actually drawing my assignment, huh? And actually testing out some different ideas. No one here mentioned 3D printing. You know, me steer you into a tangent soon. Well, no, it's related, because if you're making 3D models, then you can print them on your 3D printer, because it's 3D, and you already have the model, and you just send it to the 3D printer. It is related, okay? The witch comic strip you were making? Actually, that is something completely separate from the idea I wanted to do for a comic. That was kind of just like a side thing that I did for an assignment for a class, which I do love the assignment that I did. It was a little rushed, obviously, but like, I liked it. Where, I don't even remember like what class I saved that art under. 16? No. 217. No. There it is. There, I found it. But yeah, I did. It was very rushed little comic strip. There's a lot of things that I would change if I were to actually make it a thing. Like, I feel like the depth of field is very flat. Like, I feel like I could have pushed the characters' like expressions much more. Like, the backgrounds are very, you know, for lack of a better term, half-assed. Just because it's hard to do comic panels in like only a week. Like, doing a full page like this, it's like I didn't really have time to do something more elaborate like I want to, but it's a lot of work to draw a comic, which is why I decided not to go forward with doing a webcomic, because I know myself. I'm a very slow artist. I can't draw on a consistent schedule like that. I just can't do it. I also want to do a webcomic, main issue being I can't draw well enough for it. You know, it's interesting. Some of my favorite webcomics that I've read, the art style in like the beginning of the webcomic was very like, you know, we'll say not professional grade. But as the comic goes on, you can see their art gets like way better, just because it's like when you're drawing every single day the same characters, it's like you're gonna get better at it over time. So it's like, the advice that I've always heard is if you want to start a webcomic, just do it. And you'll get better at it over time. And it's like, if you want to go back and redraw old pages, you can, but, you know, it's like, that's what I've always heard is, if you ever want to do it, just do it. But don't take my word for it, because I've not taken that advice myself, so. I'm too much of a perfectionist when it comes to my art, so, yeah. You're a slow artist, then use AI. I will ban you, Gar. I'll straight freaking punt you out of my chat. But I know you're just trying to get a rise out of me, and you're, not really a believer in that, I would hope, so. Because Gar knows my stance on AI. he been know my stance on that. Screw AI, exactly. Friggin' screw AI. Freaking grody. Hate that stuff. Ew, double ew. You would never ban me, but I might time you out. I might. I don't know, it depends on what you say, Gar. You better watch yourself. That's all I'm saying. Better watch out. Okay. No, back to drawing. I have to draw. Drawing. Making art up to lines. Drawing. Gosh dang it. Anyway. Composition. Ideas. What can we do? Ooh, here's an idea. What if we did like, let me pull up a reference here. I'm thinking, like we have like an opening here, maybe not that big. We have it like here. How do I wanna do it? Yeah, I think a diagonal. Can I have it like here? And have kind of your diagonal leading lines to this like point. And I know I haven't explained even a fraction of what I'm drawing right now, but listen, trust the process, guys. Trust the process. It's gonna be like a hollowed out log. And Max is gonna be like looking into the log. Probably be like Do like a little bit of like the rim of the log. I don't know how to draw tree bark, guys. It wouldn't even be bark actually, because it's the inside of the log. You could probably do like a little hole on like the inside of the log. Have him like crouching down, looking in. We can have like leaves on the outside of this like hole in the bark. The bark would have like a little layer to it. Bugs on the inside of the log. We could do that. We could do that. What kind of bugs though? Maybe a ladybug, like something harmless. The lore is that Max does not like spiders and he's very scared of them, but he's like such a gentle soul that he won't like stomp them or kill them. But like, he very much does not like spiders. So I don't want to do like a spider. I feel like that's something I don't want. You could have like some foreground elements too, like little grass or leaves and stuff. A centipede? Yes, house centipedes are nightmare fuel, and can we do a cute bug? Can we do a roly-poly? I want to draw roly-poly. I love roly-polies. They're so cute. I love roly-polies. I might, like I want to draw, like, it like big though, to be like the perspective, like this is like far in the background. I might have to like shrink this a little bit, honestly. Make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, no, I hate house centipedes though. They are the definition of like nightmare fuel. Roly-polies do be cute. Have you guys seen like the rubber duck roly-poly? Like, there's a word for the roly-polies. I don't remember. There's like the little, like, armor-plated bugs. I don't remember like what like genus or classification they are. Because obviously roly-poly is just like a very, I don't know, it's like a household name. It's not like the actual name. Isopods, yes, isopods. Thank you, Daff. Thank you. Trebsel, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Maybe I do a combination of bugs. Like maybe we have like, maybe we do have like a ladybug. Roly-poly or whatever. I don't know how you draw roly-polies. They got like the plating on them. They got like the little. Let's draw some. Just draw some like shapes for now, and I can explain it later. Recently learned they're closer related to crabs than other bugs. Isopods? That makes sense. They do have like the plating on them. The exoskeleton. I guess most bugs kind of have the exoskeleton. I mean, we call lobsters like sea bugs, right? Like lobsters are very much like big underwater bug, so it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. I love this one though. This one could be like, if we really like workshopped it and did like a really good illustration for this, I could see this in like a children's book. Like, this is a good idea. This is a great idea. Okay, so we got some decent stuff. It's like, I feel like every stream, it's like you gotta warm up your skills, right? Because it's like you start off and you're like, oh, okay, some weak sketches, like whatever. Like this one's good, and then you get to like the really good stuff, and you're like, chef's kiss, love it, freaking amazing. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with steam. Now it's all coming together. You know, it's all coming together. Do you think I should have like something peeking in from this area? Do you think? I mean, I could do. Could also have like a... Could have like a snake coming down. I think we could do a snake. We could do, like you said, a squirrel. We could do... Like, we could do like a squirrel. It's like little ears. Like have him kind of like leaning over where he's like grasping like the edge and look like poking his head in. I would have to look up a reference for a squirrel because I don't think this is exactly how they look, but you could do something like that. And yeah, we could have like some acorns just laying in here. Like a little pile, like the squirrel's been like trying to hide them away. Could do. It is a very cute idea. Squirrels bury their finds? Well, I mean, I think that like, I'm sure that's what they do in real life. I think the like, I don't know, the like colloquial knowledge of squirrels is that they put them in hollowed out trees. Not necessarily saying that's accurate, but yeah, no, yeah, that is, yeah, because that's how like a lot of trees grow, right? Is like squirrels will bury it, forget about it, and then a new tree will plant from it. I mean, yeah, that totally makes sense. I think I remember hearing something about that, yeah. And I definitely like think like filling the log with like leaf litter is a good idea. I would just have to like, I don't want to draw every individual leaf. So like I would probably go for some kind of leaf brush to help me with that. Cause have lots of different textured brushes to help me do things that I don't necessarily have the patience to draw every single individual leaf. And you know, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll like take like a brush, like, I don't know, like this grass brush, right? I'll like take a grass brush and I'll like draw something out. Like if we wanted to have like grass in the foreground here. Like, I'll use the brush and then I'll actually trace over it. And like, because often like those like those pre-made brushes don't even like match like the style of like what I'm kind of doing anyway. So it's more like a reference usually when I use the brushes. But yeah, something like this, something like this. I also don't want to add too much detail because then it's gonna look cluttered. But I have to look up reference images for like log and like how it would look on the inside and yada yada yada. But we can workshop it. I think that's a very good baseline though. It's a very good baseline. I want to think of some other ideas for some other compositions though, because like this one we kind of have like the rule of thirds going on with also like the light and dark contrast, because in theory the values for this drawing, I'm feeling like it would be like the subway would be like very dark. We'd have like a little bit of a lighter section for the ground. It would be very light for like the inside of the train. And Max would be kind of like a mid-tone with like some like contrasting like shadows. Kind of got like a rim light to him, like that, and then like you would also just have like the light spilling onto the ground here, probably in like a more vibrant shade. Then you have like the windows of the train. Like, you know, that's kind of what we're looking at contrast wise for that drawing. That's kind of what I'm feeling. See, I don't know where I'd fit an advertisement though. Like, I don't know, when I look up like pictures of like subways, they don't have like advertisements on the outside. Like they'll have like graffiti maybe. Maybe if I look up like Japanese trains, I think those ones usually have like ads on the outside, right? Maybe. I don't know. Below the windows, yeah, like here. I don't know, we'll think about it. I don't really want to work on this drawing right now. I'm just kind of working in my head about ideas. Different things we can do. Like this one, this idea, it'll probably change a little bit once I get into like more final sketches. But like this idea is definitely gonna pass. I feel like this idea is probably gonna pass. The other ones I'm less confident about. I'm a little less confident about. I need to do like a drawing. So this one is probably like a good one for rule of thirds and diagonals. And And then this one is good for, it's also kind of diagonals, but also it's a good thing of negative space, because the negative space of the sky is framing the character. This one is more contrast with light. This one I would say has a good contrast of negative space around the character as well. I want to do some different compositions though. Do some different stuff. What do we draw next, chat? What do we draw next? Also, I just realized, why is the chat box not working? I don't have my Lumia stream up. That's why. Oh my god. How did it take me this long to realize that I don't have my commands or anything working? Whoops. Whoops. Okay, does it work now? Yep. There it goes. I'm so silly sometimes, chat. I'm so sillies. I'm so sillies. Oopsie. Max on a tire swing. I was thinking of putting him on like a swing, not like a tire swing, but just like a, you know, your normal like kind of swing that kind of just like a wooden plank with like rope attached to it. Like the kind of swing like your grandpa would build in the backyard. Like that kind of swing. We could sketch that out. Let's have like a tree. Kind of like have it on like a hillside. Not that dramatic of a hillside. Some low-hanging branches. Rough sketch, but you know, general idea. Maybe have like a building in the background here. Like a big old barn or something. Have like some fencing. running along the edge here. Maybe put some like farm animals down here. Those farm animals would be way too big though. We'll just do like little circles to kind of represent. Maybe some sheepies or something. I think I bring this down a little bit. Maybe I make it a little bigger. It's an idea. I'm not in love with it though. Not married to it, you know, not super into it. Watching Kaon, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Let's see, what other ideas can we do, chat? I feel like we've drawn Max in so many different situations that it's like, what do we do next? What do we do next? It's kind of crazy. It's like, I drew him pulling Santa's sleigh, I drew him cooking breakfast, I drew him like watching shooting stars, like, I drew him sitting by the poolside. Like, I drew him in a Western, like I do love the Western one. This one I do enjoy a lot. This is maybe one of my faves. It's going, just sitting right now. Hey, you know what? Sitting, watching a good stream, relaxing, it's always a good time. It's always a good time. Max arriving in an isekai world. I don't know how I would portray that though. How would I portray that in one single still frame image? I don't know how I portray that. It's like I would just draw like, I don't know, like I draw anime characters with like the big horrible looking eyes. Like really obviously like a different art. This is actually very scary what I'm drawing right now. You know, just like some like crazy anime character with like stars in their eyes, and then it's just like, then it's just Max like sitting like in a corner just like I don't want to be here, like looking away, just like what is that? Yeah, no, as funny as the idea is, I don't want to draw that. Why'd they have to be anime? I don't know, because that's what I think of when I think isekais. I think anime. That's, that's kind of where the genre sits, mostly. Most isekais, I feel like, are anime, or at least, like, the, I don't know, ones that, that's just what you think of when you think isekai. I don't know how to explain it. You know, I could just, because I have, like, some ideas that I've already drawn of Max, but they're not, like, full compositions. Like, I did my sticker designs for Max. Where are those? Yeah, like right here. Like I did like a drawing of like Max like painting a picture, right? But I could just turn this into like a full scene if I wanted to. Oh, well that doesn't fit. That's much too big. I'm gonna shrink it to like half size. Yeah. So I could have it in like this third of the canvas. Kind of just have like the easel, and I'll have him. You know, it's basically the same kind of image, except I would just add a background to it. It's like, hey, sometimes you gotta reuse some of your own ideas. Sometimes it's okay to do that. What would we have for like a background for this drawing, though? That's a question. What would we do? I mean, you could just do like a typical like art studio kind of look. Just have like the horizon line kind of like on that rule of thirds. God, what does an art studio look like, chat? I should know. I'm an artist and I don't. I don't know, just have like a table back here. Have like some pegboards that have like the different art supplies kind of hung up. Have like scissors and like paint tubes and like a glue gun, I don't know. All kinds of different stuff. Some like paper, stacks of paper just on there. I don't know. I'm not sold on this idea either. We came up with two ideas that I'm like super sold on, which are like this one and this one. Everything else is just like, nah. It's like a half idea. Have like just like canvases like in the background of half painted things. You could have like a canvas hung up on the wall here. Has something on it. Have like paint on the ground, because I mean it's a donkey doing a painting. There's gonna be paint just kind of like everywhere. That just makes sense to me, don't it? Luffy Max. No, we're not drawing anime, Gar. We're not drawing anime. Like, this is my original character. I'm not doing a fan art collab, even though I love One Piece. Even though I love One Piece. Chilling on a sofa, watching TV. Could do like could do, instead of like chilling on a sofa, could do like a movie theater. have like the different like rows of seats. Kind of like that, and have him like in the center of the frame. Kind of munching on some popcorn. Like jagged edges of the popcorn bucket. Some popcorn in it. Have his hoof like holding it over here. Have his other like hoof in the popcorn bucket. So it could do something like that. Guardsman Max is also kind of a funny thing. That could also be funny. Just like we could have him kind of standing here. Can give him like the knight's like helmet, right? That obviously has cutouts for his big ears. Maybe has some of his like hair poking out of the front. Why I drew his eyes like that though. Yeah, and him just like, he would just be like sitting. And he's got like I would assume he's got like a big lance. Kind of like a jousting lance. That just makes sense to me. I feel like he would need to be in more armor, but God, do I not know how to draw armor. I'll just draw some stuff. Like that. See, if I did do armor, it would be like a little like blend of like horse armor, but also like people armor, kind of like blend it. You could have like the gate here. And then like a wooden like fence and or it could be like kind of like a drawbridge, you know? Could do. And you would probably be able to like see through the bars back here, and there'd be like a, you know, like a castle town. Past. You see like buildings with like other little donkeys like running around in the background or something. Probably have like the coat of arms on the wall. Yeah, something like that. Guards have knight helmets. Well, maybe he's a knight and a guard. He can be both. He can do whatever he wants. You know, if he wants to, he could be the princess in the freaking tower if he really wants to be. He could be the princess in the tower. Like, maybe we'll have, like, his arms, like, kind of folded on, like, the windowsill. He's, like, resting his head. His, like, ears are all droopy because he's trapped in the tower. He has the, like, stupid-looking princess hat that has, like, little things on it. Looking out at the tower. Max, the poor Princess Max. Poor little guy. Little sad face. I'll just have like a little background with like, I don't know, trees down here, mountains, and little clouds, little sun, and maybe like some little birds. Don't you have Lumia lights in your backdrop? No. So the lights that I have in my background are just like normal LED lights that I have like an app that I connect to, but it's not Lumia. I know Lumia is a app that is supposed to, like, that's what Lumia was made for, was to control like lights and have it like do all that stuff. But there's actually a lot of other really cool features that Lumia does. And just like setting up commands and setting up all kinds of other stuff. So I'm using Lumia for not its necessarily intended purpose, but it is the purpose that I have chosen it to have. Cause on my on my game lobby streams, I use Mix It Up, and Mix It Up is really good, but it's also like complicated, and I haven't learned everything about Mix It Up yet. Like I downloaded Mix It Up because I wanted to try to learn to do like some more complex stream command stuff, and it's a lot to learn and I haven't done it yet. And Lumia was just much more simple, so that's why I downloaded it. But yeah, I think I have a good little, I don't know, start. I feel like this, I feel like I would zoom this in more. Whoops, not what I meant. Yeah. I feel like the scene being pulled that far out is just kind of meh. But I think we got a good diversity of stuff that I can pull from now. I can workshop this a little bit more before these are due tomorrow, kind of make some cleaner sketches for stuff. But yeah. We can make some good stuff, I think, from what we've did here today. But I am going to end stream because I am starving and I need to go eat because I don't think I ate breakfast this morning. Now that I'm thinking about it, don't think I ate breakfast, so I need to go make dinner. But I appreciate you all guys all dropping in for the stream. We'll be doing another one on Wednesday, so if you want more art content, we'll be doing more art. I might do some traditional art on Wednesday. Maybe. Ending stream already? We've been here an hour and a half. I usually keep the art stream shorter, just because, like, I don't know. I have a hard time drawing for long periods of time. I like to do my art in like short bursts, which is, you know, I don't know. I just don't like drawing for super long periods of time. But I think we made good stuff here today. I think we made good stuff. It was good stuff. Usually your art streams are 2 hours. It kind of varies. I've had art streams that I've only done like an hour. It kind of varies. Yeah, like looking at my past streams, my last one was 2 hours 10 minutes, then 1 hour 21 minutes, 1 hour 26 minutes. My pumpkin carving stream was like 3 hours, but that's like an anomaly because that was a special stream. No, yeah, like I usually do an hour and a half to 2 hours. Sometimes 2.5. But no, yeah, I think that's pretty consistent. I think it's pretty consistent with the stuff I've been doing lately. But yeah, I actually would stream longer, but again, I am ending the stream probably a little prematurely because I am starving. I am so hungry and I need to make dinner. But yeah. What are you doing the rest of your night? Probably learning Blender. Probably learning Blender so that I can finish my assignment that's due tomorrow, where I have to animate that dumb little bouncy ball. That is what I'll be doing. So I don't know. Well, because we usually do like gaming on Monday nights with the group, right, Gar? But I don't know if we were planning on doing any gaming tonight. I mean, nothing's been posted in the Discord, so I don't know if we're planning nothing. But I just need to make sure I eat. I need to make sure I finish my homework for my art, which I only have like I think 2 more weeks left of classwork, and then I go on winter break, so I'll have a little more time to work on personal art after that. Which, not to say that these arts are not personal art necessarily, because I am drawing my own OC that I love dearly, but they are technically for a class assignment, so not necessarily personal art. But yeah. Sorry, I have been busy. I have been a busy bee. But a busy bee building a business, you know? Winter break equals more gaming? Hopefully. That is the plan. Because I'll probably have less art markets too around the holidays. I'll have a couple less. I think I have an art market this week, and then I have another one in a month, but I don't have any other ones scheduled. And then my classes will be finished, and yeah, I should have more time. So we should schedule some gaming for sure, but for now, I will be bidding you all adieu for the day. Thank you guys for helping with my art, thinking of ideas. I think we came up with some good stuff. I'll definitely post in the Discord when everything's all said and done and finished. You know, because these are just preliminary sketches today. But I'll post the finished stuff in the Discord when it is done. But thank you all for joining. If you are not already, make sure you guys check out my socials. I mostly post all of my art on Blue Sky, but also TikTok. And then, you know, follow my live streaming platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and Picardo. You guys can also commission me. All the information for that is on my website. You know, if you want to get commissions in for the holidays, make sure you do it soon, because we are closely approaching the holiday season. So if you want art for the holidays, give me some time to make it so it's done on time is what I'm saying. But yeah, I think that's about it. So I will be leaving now. But thank you all for joining, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, chat.